Yay, we did it! The world is saved? Question mark?
The battle is over.
Look at Jack. Yeah, Jack, if you had a better voice, you'd be able to be standing up right now.
Now, let's go back to where we belong.
Yeah, but unfortunately taking all those attacks from Sid, and then I think more so absorbing that evil phantoma of Sid's, that like super whatever the fuck it was, fucked them up.
Yeah, but I want to catch my breath.
Yeah, I've got many owies right now. Ah, yes, this bitch. Alright, so they don't actually come out and say it, so it's my job to.
Can't you?
Now, Miss Aracia here is actually Foul C.
Tell me about my children.
So the whole time she wasn't even a human.
I understand. Then you two shall go forth. The world will change to one where death cannot be forgotten.
Oh, good.
So please, I ask that you remember my children.
Alright, so it looks like Ace is having a little flashback to good fun times. Back when the world wasn't destroyed and all his friends and family and lovers were all dead.
But a lecture? Why me?
Please. It has to be someone from Class 0.
There must be someone better for this, no?
We just need someone who can hit all the important points.
Please.
Please?
I'm begging
I
you.
don't know.
Hey, out of my way!
9, what are you doing?
What are you laughing at?
Oh, nice dodge.
Happened.
Yes, quite a surprise,
Oh.
no?
So, tell us what happened.
Oh,
after
they're
that.
gossiping about who's got the biggest
Well.
dick.
Oh,
3 days later,
yeah?
No. 3 days later.
never been gone.
Yeah. That's very... Huh? What's wrong?
One must be well versed in logic and reason.
Somebody
Ergo,
stop him,
it is vital that,
please.
excuse me, our conversation is not over. Essentially, through diligent study and application of body and spirit. Now, let's begin.
Oh, Kurosame, yeah, back when he wasn't a fucking corpse.
Commander's here.
Oh, we'll have to continue this later.
Forget about it. Ace. Ace.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Ace. Ace. Are you awake?
The world is actually fucked. Okay, so this is real. Like, this right here is not like a dream or any bullshit. They actually were able to teleport from the Tempest Finis place
Over.
to Academia here. So this is actually happening. This is not like some bullshit, you know, in their head or illusion or any type of shit like that.
I'm afraid of dying.
Oh boy. This really hurts.
Nothing hurts as bad as your voice, though, Jack.
It is quite painful.
What's with you? I thought you were ready to die.
I'm not ready.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
Alright, so the squad here is actually critically wounded from the battle with Sid and absorbing his Phantoma.
Thank you. It really
We're all just laying on the floor.
This is the end?
Why does it have to be so?
I love, wait, why does it start halfway through the scene? Oh, because, okay, so this is weird. Every single time Ace starts to sing, it's blocked. That is actually kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie.
Rekindle the flame in your souls and set you free. So walk on and become the light that guides the way.
You never go past that part, do you?
The block scene, it's always just
That's
a
the
it's
only
so
part Ace
weird.
I'm not crying anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, the war is over now, right?
That's right.
Well then, let's think about what comes next.
Next? We don't have a next.
But we're free to think about it. Sink.
Yeah, what if we weren't going to die from our critical injuries here?
Yeah. Good point. Then let's think of a future. A big, happy future.
What should we do first? Any suggestions?
I want to invite Mother on a trip to Concordia and Milites.
Don't you think you've been to both of those places enough times on our campaigns?
We're not going there to fight. We're going there just for fun.
Oh. Yeah, I like it. For once, we'll finally be able to take it easy. And so will Mother.
Then we're just gonna have to draw up a proper itinerary.
That's our class leader, always micromanaging.
Since when am I the class leader?
Alright, well at least they're gonna be able to die, you know,
What
with
do
a
we
smile
do
on their face
when we
now.
get back from our trip?
Let's see. How about we study something else besides fighting?
What?
Huh?
More studying and
Jeez.
tests?
Enough already, yo. But this time, it won't be about learning to use weapons or magic.
So, what do we study? Is there anything that's not fighting?
Can you study anything not fighting? No, no
We
way.
could read fables about the founders of Orients. Or study all about how flowers bud and bloom. All we've ever known is war. We have so much left to learn.
Huh?
Does that even count as studying? Although, it does sound interesting.
Good, and then what do we do when we're done studying? What do we do way in the future?
Way in the future? Like how long?
We fuck bitches and get money, of course, the only thing there is.
How about like 10 years later?
Huh?
10 years, you say? I can't even imagine.
I'm sure that no matter what we do, it will be great as long as we're together.
Yeah, life would definitely be fun. I just know it.
Yes, I would agree with that.
But you never know what will happen in the future, right? So I think we should just stay in the moment. You know what I mean?
Oh. Is that why I heard you whisper that you never want to grow up?
Wait, what the hell?
God, this shit is so annoying. Now it's like, okay, let's block the scene again. Yeah, so this is, I don't know. I mean, the ending is a little dark here, as they all are basically like, you know, they're fucked. They're not going to be able to make it. But just the whole Versus and all the Lassie stuff, I just, man, I don't think it's that good. It's really fucking annoying. Okay, so this song is playing. I'm gonna have to cut this out, so there's not gonna be any sound right now. This is just like Kingdom Hearts. The YouTube copyright system is so out of control. Now, while I'm saying this, I don't know for sure, but I'm sure I'm gonna have to do, like, some, funky gymnastics with some of the scenes, especially with Machina and Rem. I'll probably put, like, because I've seen, like, you know, there's, like, episodes of, like, Dragon Ball Z or, like, you know, Naruto or something on YouTube. And they've got it just, like, in a corner. Like, the video is a lot smaller than the rest. That's what I'll probably do if there's any copyrights on, like, the video. Like, not the audio part, but the visual part. Oh, man, but this is getting very meta because I would have already done that when this video's being watched. Okay, well, okay, anyway. So this is the credits of Final Fantasy Type-0. Now, I have no idea what part number this is. This is probably somewhere between, like, 45 and 60, I would guess. Maybe? Probably. There's still 2 more playthrough parts that I need to go through. Now, the second playthrough, what I'm going to do is, there are a number of cutscenes that I still want to show. And, like, there's new Moogle classes to do. There are a couple new scenes. So I'm going to show, like, you know, some scenes with Emina and Kazuza right there on the screen. Or, like, anything like that. Yeah, Tiz and Joker. There is still another scene where I can finish explaining the rest of the story. And, of course, I'm going to do all the expert trials and the extra missions on the second playthrough here. And then the third playthrough, I am going to focus on completing the Kazuza and Emina, like, scenes and get all those scenes done. And also in the third playthrough will be when I take on there's 2 optional super bosses and, like, a optional super dungeon. I'll do all 3 of those on the end of the third playthrough. And I'm thinking I'll probably do a final video because I know you unlock, like, there's, like, a new ending on the HD PS4 version that wasn't on the PSP. I think we'll probably go through that for the last video. But yeah, this game, it was solid. I enjoyed the gameplay way more than the story. It's just honestly like Final Fantasy 13, like, I like a lot of stuff about Final Fantasy 13, but the story is just, like, trash. Like, all this crystal shit is just so garbage. I know I've been saying it over and over again, but it's like, does anyone actually like the Lassie stuff or the fallacy stuff? Like, there's no way. There's no way. No way. And then I guess as far as what's coming out on the channel, of course, Shining Force 3 on June 1st. This should be up before then, although this might be close. Yeah, Shining Force 3 will be starting on June 1st. I'm probably not going to do any Naruto past Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. I'll finish off the last two, Ninja Storm Revolution and Ninja Storm 4 later on. And I'm probably... Oh, yeah, here we go. So here's Rem and Machina. So because Dr. Aracia is, a fallacy, it's also weird. She basically controls this world. So all of Class 0, they do die from their injuries. But Dr. Aracia is able to bring Machina and Rem out of their crystal bullshit. I guess similar to what happens to Lightning and the others, at the end of Final Fantasy XIII. The one thing that's really weird about this game that I hate, it's only very, very, very lately mentioned, is that this whole world is like a simulation. They call it like a spiral. This is like the... Is this like the 3 millionth attempt? Or like the 3 billionth attempt or something? Like, every other attempt previous to this, it gets up to the point where Class 0 is going to become a l'Cie, and they choose to become a l'Cie, and that fucks everything up, so the spiral has to continue and starts over from the beginning. But this is the final one when they choose not to become l'Cie. But, I hate that whole kind of bullshit. Like, so none of this was, like, pretty much real. Like, this was all basically fake. Everything was being controlled by Dr. Aracia, who was a fallacy. Like, just the dumbest. The dumbest. The dumbest. Oh no, his car dispersed. Goodbye, Gambit. A shame Gambit's not going to be in X-Men Apocalypse. Oh well. Yeah, and besides, so I'll be finishing the Naruto 3, be working on Shining Force 3. Now, after I finish Final Fantasy Type-0, I'm going to do a PlayStation 1 classic. I enjoyed recording Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy Tactics so much. I'm going to record one game from this group, either Final Fantasy 8, Legend of Dragoon, Parasite Eve, or I was actually thinking also maybe Final Fantasy 5. I'll probably knock one of those out after Final Fantasy Type-0 is done. Because Shining Force 3 is going to be going on for eons. It's going to be the longest LP I've ever done. I know at the very minimum it will be at least 150 parts, because I actually booted it up and I was, preparing for the LP and stuff, and I was looking at some stuff on my old save files for Shining Force 3, and it's like the first scenario I had a playtime of 80 hours, the second scenario I had a playtime of 75 hours, and the third scenario I had a playtime of 120 hours, and I had never actually finished that playthrough. I still had to do a lot of grinding and preparing for that third scenario, so this is essentially going to be over 300 hours to beat Shining Force 3. So, this shit is going to last probably... I'm going to have to go ahead and say I would be surprised if I had all of Shining Force 3 uploaded in 2016. I could really see a scenario where I'm still uploading it into 2017. It's just that long. And then, like I was saying, the whole playthrough, I've been kind of I'm getting the itch to play Final Fantasy VIII. That actually, for some reason, the last time I played Final Fantasy VIII, a proper full-through playthrough, was in 2006. Holy shit, that's now 10 fucking years ago. Same thing with Parasite Eve, but I've beaten those games, previously, 25 times each. Yeah. Tentatively, I definitely would say I'm probably going to go into Final Fantasy VIII, but I could go with, Parasite Eve, which I also want to record, or Legend of Dragoon, which someone did ask for, and I told them I'm definitely going to do it, because, of course, I love all of the all of those like awesome PlayStation 1 era, like golden era Squaresoft classics. Another game I actually was thinking about recording was Xenogears. The only problem with Xenogears is I have no clue how long of an LP that would last. I would have to say for sure it would be over 100 parts, but like I don't know how long over 100 parts because I've only ever properly finished Xenogears once, but that's because I fucking hate the second disc of Xenogears. Xenogears is the greatest unfinished game ever. Oh yeah, here's Rem and Machina right there. So after the Rursus all go away, you know, the Orients, the world, is actually united. You know, there's no more wars or anything, although a lot of people were taken out by, you know, basically the apocalypse there. But at least, you know, after the Doctor broke the cycle, the spiral of death or whatever. Yeah, spiral of death. Hey, is that Kazusa? Spiral of death, just like in Final Fantasy X, that shit is broken, so. So that's pretty good, I guess. But yeah, Xenogears, I mean, I didn't want to record a game that is, you know, maybe getting close to 150 parts while also recording Shining Force 3, which can get to 150 parts. Because as of right now, I still have only ever had one LP walkthrough go longer than 100. And that was the first one I did, Final Fantasy Tactics 1.3, which was also the hardest LP I've done, because that game is fucking hard as shit. But yeah, from this point on, I definitely think I do want to start getting into a lot of these earlier Final Fantasies and PlayStation games and stuff, you know. Got Final Fantasy VII done. There actually is a mod of Final Fantasy VII I heard is very, very good that I probably will record at some point. Of course, I'm going to be recording Final Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy X too, I'm going to get around to at some point. Final Fantasy XII, which forms the third game in the trio of probably longest LPs I could do with Xenogears and Shining Force 3 is Final Fantasy XII, which likewise would take, you know, multiple hundreds of hours. But just like I have some sort of idea of exactly how many parts Shining Force 3 would be. I'm guessing between like 175 to 200-ish. It'll probably be in that range. But Xenogears and Final Fantasy XII are a complete mystery to exactly how long it would be. Especially Final Fantasy XII, because how much like exploring / almost like grinding would I be showing, or how much would I cut? I'm not too sure on that. What other Final Fantasy games are there? Of course, I didn't actually record vanilla, like the normal Final Fantasy VI. The Final Fantasy VI I recorded was a mod, so I do want to record normal Final Fantasy VI and, you know, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 3, 2, and 1 are a little harder to... Well, no. 1 and 2 are on the PlayStation, right? They're in the Final Fantasy Origins disc. And then it's Final Fantasy 3 that you can only play on the PSP, right? That I'll have to look into. And then, of course, there is that really awesome thing they did for Final... Oh, yeah, the Fabula Nova Crystallis. Fuck that shit. I love it because it's got great gameplay. It's a Final Fantasy game, but the crystals and fallacy and crap. Yay, Final Fantasy Type-0 HD. Any more cutscenes? Yeah, okay, here we go. So the crystals fucking destroyed, okay. Oh, wait, what? Age of Darkness and Destruction. Oh, yeah, because they're not able to use magic and the crystal's power. But guess what? There's no war and shit. The leader of their new Orient was Machina. Machina became the leader. Oh, at the world he saved. So Machina did save the world. That's pretty good. He died at 67. That's actually kind of young. The end! Well, not really. We still got like 45 parts or more probably to go on the LP. Well, maybe not that long. I don't know. How long will the second playthrough take? Alright, 51 minutes. Alright. Yeah, 27 casualties. Really? Alright. Wait, what? The only people who died were against Sid. So why is it 27? That's odd. All right. Yep, got some X potions. Love it. Platinum gloves. Meh. Very meh. Auric Hourglass. I'll have to check what that does. Yeah, okay, here we go. So if you harvested 800 Phantoma with a character, then we get these special accessories for each character. Let's see who I haven't done it with, and we'll do that with later. Okay, so Cater and Sync I haven't done it with. Lace leggings. Oh, I haven't done it with 8, 9, Jack, or Queen either, or King. Okay, so there's a couple characters that we got to knock that out with. Yeah, we get the Finis difficulty, hidden historical record. Yeah, chapter of truth. We'll go through like the endings and stuff. Probably in the last video. I'll show the. We'll do a video for that. Alright, so we'll drop a save, and this is it for the first playthrough. Fucking finally.